My main strength, it's my mind. Effort, dedication, work hard, because the talent is not enough anymore.
Cristiano Ronaldo is widely regarded by many fans as having the strongest mentality ever seen in football. Why? Well, most fans will say the obvious things, like he's got an insane work ethic or is incredibly confident. But this only scratches the surface. What is it that truly sets Ronaldo's mindset apart from his peers? And is there any way that you can develop a similar mindset? Well, today we dive deep into the mind of Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm going to reveal the 7 things that have made him the biggest mentality monster. And to help you build these things into your own mental game, you can download the free cheat sheet summarizing these using the link below. So let's get started. In 2003, Ronaldo joined Manchester United as an 18-year-old kid, and he was tasked with replacing one of United's golden generation of world-class academy talents, the great David Beckham. These were huge boots to fill, but on his debut against Bolton on the opening day of the new season, Ronaldo didn't just try to fill these boots, he tried to burst out of them. His 30-minute cameo will go down as one of the most exciting moments in Premier League history. Every time he got the ball, Ronaldo had one ambition: make something happen. He relentlessly drove at Bolton's fullbacks with a flurry of stepovers, and his impact lifted his team to go from winning 1-0 to finishing the game 4-0. And Ronaldo's performance was the spark to create a shift in intensity among the rest of his teammates. During this performance, Ronaldo showcased more about his mentality than he did his physical skills. He showed the basic but often forgotten rule of just go for it. Most athletes on their debut at high level are plagued by fixing their mind on play it safe or don't make any mistakes. But Ronaldo was the opposite. It was one of the bravest first performances seen at that level. Playing at Old Trafford in front of one of the most demanding fan bases in the world, and for one of the strictest, most demanding managers and set of teammates. But Ronaldo just narrowed his mind to have a go. He didn't care about losing the ball. He wanted to have an impact. If you play it safe, you don't stand out. And if you don't stand out, you won't make an impact. And Ronaldo has shown that he can always have an impact, even if he's not on the field. In the 2016 Euros final, Ronaldo tragically was forced off early on in the game through injury. So what did he do? Become the team's second manager on the sideline. Instead of crying in the changing rooms, Ronaldo hobbled along the touchline, instructing and demanding his teammates in order to help them defeat host France to claim the title. The lesson here is lost control, influence instead. The very elite are by nature control freaks, but when they can no longer have a direct impact on proceedings, they'll exercise their indirect influence. Ronaldo knew he could still contribute by directing his teammates, and he wasn't going to leave that to chance. This is the hallmark of a true winner. That deep individual desire to win at all costs can rub off on others, and this is perhaps even better displayed by Ronaldo's actions during the 2009 League Cup final. After finishing 0-0 in extra time, Manchester United and Tottenham had to settle things with a penalty shootout. And on an episode of his podcast, Ben Foster, who was United's goalkeeper that day, said that Ronaldo came over to put his arm around him and repeated the words, "This is your moment." After this, Foster was absolutely buzzing and had a surge of confidence, which caused him to save a penalty to help United win the shootout. The lesson? Bring others up. Those with the very best mentalities use it as leverage in team sports to get everyone else to rise to the occasion. There have been countless times in his career where Ronaldo's belief in winning has given his teammates that belief too. With him on the pitch, teammates have always felt anything is possible, and this has allowed countless world-class performances, not just from Ronaldo himself, but from those he shares the same shirt with. At times, people have said Ronaldo is playing a different game. And they'd be right. Because if you look at the 2018 Champions League quarter-final second leg against Juventus, we saw the next lesson in elite mentality from Ronaldo. His Real team had squandered a 3-goal lead from the first leg and were lucky to be awarded a penalty in injury time to stop the tie from going to extra time. But from the moment the ref blew the whistle to Ronaldo taking the kick, almost 5 minutes elapsed. Because there was the sending off of Buffon, Szczesny getting subbed on to replace him, the Juve players complaining, and then many efforts to try to put Ronaldo off by getting in his face and scuffing the penalty spot. But Ronaldo just remained laser focused and smashed the penalty into the top corner to win the tie. At that moment, Ronaldo showed that games are for boys. The elite mindset is one where you don't buy into the mind games or trash talk. You don't get rattled by anything or anyone because you're just there to execute, nothing else. But it's not like Ronaldo completely shuts himself off from the voices of others. No. Instead, he has also developed an exceptional ability that most other athletes have failed to grasp. What is this? Well, in 2006, Ronaldo was the most hated man in England for his role in the sending off of Wayne Rooney during the World Cup quarter-final between Portugal and England. His famous wink made him a target of endless abuse, leaving there to be rumours that he was refusing to return to Manchester United. But Sir Alex Ferguson called him up to say, "Don't worry about any of that. You'll come back here and you'll become the best player in the world." And within 2 years, Ronaldo achieved just that by winning the 2008 Ballon d'Or. At that moment, Ronaldo showed his strong ability of selective hearing. At the elite level, there is a never-ending conveyor belt of feedback and criticism, both constructive and particularly destructive. But those who thrive at the highest level are highly skilled in knowing what and who to ignore and what and who to listen to. A lot of that noise can be about comparisons to others. But another key thing Ronaldo has always done throughout his career is shake those off. Think back to the 2013 World Cup qualification playoff between Portugal and Sweden. It was billed as the battle of Zlatan versus Ronaldo. And Ronaldo ultimately had the last laugh in scoring a hat-trick to beat the Swedes 3-2 after 2 Zlatan goals had put them ahead on the night. In that moment, Ronaldo clearly pointed out that he was here and that guy to get the job done. This was one of the many moments of his career where he has been the real main character. And what I mean by this is someone who stands up when it counts for the benefit of others. There are other characters that need help, like teammates, fans, or in this case, an entire country's population. Being a true main character is indeed about wanting to be that guy or that girl. But you're not just doing it from a selfish position. You're taking responsibility during the times that others need it most, just like a superhero. But to be this main character time and time again is extremely difficult. To carry a team towards greatness year after year relies on being able to push through those times where there are just inevitable lulls in motivation. And that is why the final lesson is perhaps the least surprising. Quite simply, Cristiano Ronaldo has excelled in his sport for over 2 decades because of one key feature of mentality: discipline over motivation. Not even Ronaldo has the motivation to keep doing hundreds and thousands of hours in the gym, to do an extensive recovery routine till 2 a.m. after returning home from an evening away game, to eat clean 100% of the time all year round, and to keep hitting the training pitch with the same intensity as a teenager would whilst well into his late 30s. The disciplined mind is one that enables you to keep doing all the boring, unglamorous stuff even when you don't want to do it. And the disciplined mind is one that ensures you stick to the hundreds of extra hours of work just for a few more seconds of joy on the pitch. And that is why Cristiano Ronaldo will go down as the greatest mind the sport of football has ever seen.